Hello and welcome to the Bike Century. My name's Ben and today I'm going to be showing you around this, which is a Zero SR. It's actually a 2022 model year, which are on offer at the moment, and we'll come back to that a little bit later. The main difference between 22 and 23 is a slight difference in the batteries, but everything else remains pretty much the same. We're a main dealer for Zero, and I would say the SR, the SRF, the two nakeds are probably the most popular bikes that we sell from the range. So my goal today really is just to give you a bit of an overview about what they are, how they work, and help you to make some educated decisions as to whether or not these bikes might be for you. So before we get into the nuts and bolts of the electrics, let's just talk over the chassis. So 17-inch wheels, and they come with Diablo Rosso tyres as standard, which are a fantastic all-round sport road tyre. Loads and loads of life lift in them, and they're also a dual compound tyre as well, so they tend to last a little bit longer than a single compound. They come with Showa upside down front forks, and they also come with radially mounted Zhejiang brakes, which are a subsidiary of Brembo. So really good radial brakes with ABS and braided lines as standard on 320mm discs. So loads and loads of stopping power and a really good front end. Lights and everything that are fairly standard, very KTMS. You've got bulbed indicators. Again, up here you've got Zhejiang controls, and you've got some really good quality radial master cylinder and reservoir there as well. There's a couple of colours. This is obviously the 22 colourway in grey. Looks really nice. It's a metallic colour. Towards the back you've got an adjustable rear shock, so you've got preload and high and slow speed compression dampening, so you can vary the geometry of the bike if you want to, and a really nice comfortable riding position, which is also pretty pillion friendly as well. And again, towards the back, another single pot caliper with Zhejiang, and a really large rear disc and 17-inch wheel. The seat height is just under 800mm. I am 5'10" with a 28-inch inner leg. And I'm quite comfortable on the balls of my feet of this bike, so this does suit people who are a little bit more vertically challenged, but equally, because of the riding position, it's quite comfortable for people who are 6 foot plus as well. So the SR comes with the ZF14.4 lithium ion battery. The battery and electric motor are covered by a 5-year warranty, and the bike, just like anything else, is covered by a 2-year warranty. The motor's paired with Bosch electronics, which help with the anti-wheelie, the ABS and stuff like that. It produces around about 70-80 horsepower equivalent, I suppose, and like I say, it's a 14.4 kilowatt hour battery. It will charge from a 3-pin plug in about 5 or 6 hours, depending on your electric supply, on the standard charger. Now you can upgrade and put a second charger on it. It's a physical charger that bolts on, and that will allow it to charge at around 6 kilowatts to 6.5 kilowatts, and that will obviously half the charge time. The range on this that I've personally experienced is between 80 and 100 miles, depending on how you're riding in the real world. The bike does come with cruise control, and it does come with switchable power modes, and you can also program the bike yourself using the Zero app, which comes with the bike for free. The standard rider modes effectively limit the amount of power that you get, the throttle response, the regen and the engine braking, to help you to obviously maintain either a charge goal or a distance goal when you're riding. The bike's belt driven, so very smooth, incredibly torquey, well over 100 newton meters of torque, which you wouldn't expect to see on a bike that's maybe 1000 or a 1200 cc petrol equivalent. The benefit of that is that you get all of your torque from 0 RPM, so there's no spooling up or back shifting with the gears. This has instant acceleration, and it's so smooth. I cannot overemphasize just how smooth and easy these bikes are to ride. Once you get over the fact that there's no gear change and there's no clutch lever, these are really relaxing bikes to ride. Electric obviously is not for everyone. I was quite skeptical myself when I first came to ride one of these bikes, but I actually really enjoy riding them, and for most people 80 to 100 mile stints are more than enough before they need to get off and use the loo and stuff like that. If you want faster charging, then you are better off going with the SRF, which is the more expensive and slightly more powerful version of this bike, but it will allow for type 2 charging, which I'll talk to you about another time in another video. But this bike will actually come with I can show you under the tank, of course isn't a fuel tank, actually comes with a type 2 adapter charger, so it will charge from a type 2 charger. The downside of this bike being a 14.4 kilowatt battery is that it won't charge at anything more than 3.5 kilowatts per hour, so regardless you're still looking at over 4 hours to 100% charge on this bike. So this is really for those people who are commuting to work with the means to charge at the other end, or for someone with less than 50 miles each way a day commute. The dash is a full TFT dash. You can program the dash to suit your individual specifications. So in this case, obviously you can see the current range, battery life, you know, the current rider mode, traction control, etc. But you can actually tailor this to suit your individual needs depending on what information you want displayed. And you can change between the rider modes just using this this toggle on the left hand side. On the right hand side you've also got the controls for cruise control as well, which is a really nice thing to have, and again just reduces the amount of stress when you're actually riding the bike. So charging is really straightforward on here. You can see that we've actually got our own type 2 charger, so I'm actually going to hook it up so you can see exactly what it does. Let's just take this off. So we're just going to plug this into the bike. The bike will then lock this in, which is a nice feature. It means that someone can't unplug your bike. You know, for example, if you were parked in a car space, you wouldn't want someone to be able to pull that out. You come back out thinking that your bike is fully charged and it's not. So that's now locked in. It will start to charge. When the bike starts to charge, it will then give you all of the statistics about how long it's going to take for the bike to charge up to 100%. What you tend to find with electric is the last sort of 10 to 15% takes the longest. So most people will do some kind of splash and dash recharge rather than trying to go to 100%. So let's just put this onto fast charge. That's it. So the app that comes with the Zero bikes also gives you a map that shows all the charging stations, which is really helpful. There's a number of third-party apps that you can also use that help you to locate charging stations, and you can have that information displayed on your phone or coming through your Bluetooth headset, a sat nav, that sort of thing. So here you go, the bike's just fired up. It's telling me that I've got 35 minutes remaining to 100% charge. This is my current range, and this is currently what we're charging at, so just over 3 kilowatts. Some of the bigger bikes, DSRX, SRS and SRF, will charge at 16.6 kilowatts, and I've seen those go from about 20-30% to 100% in about 35 minutes at that charge rate. So this really is for someone who's not going to be doing massive amounts of mileage in a single hit, 80 to 100 miles, but someone who also has the means to charge at both ends as well. On economy 7 overnight, realistically you're going to be paying £3.5 quid to charge this up overnight. If you do plug yourself into a third-party charger, you're going to be paying just about double that. It's about 6 quid, which is a massive saving on the, you know, like a 17-litre tank, which is going to cost you, you know, 25 quid to fill up. So these bikes really do pay back over 2 to 3 years if you put in enough miles on them. Residual values of these bikes are very good, despite the fact that electric technology is quite new. The build quality of the bike is exceptional. They're actually built by Zero in California, so nice and dry country. The chassis and everything like that is all very well tested. It's all stuff that you would have seen on bikes before, apart from the trellis ladder frame, which is obviously completely bespoke. These are a fantastic bit of kit, and I'd urge anyone who's got a little bit of curiosity towards electric to come and have a go. It really will surprise you, and even for people like myself who are petrol heads at heart and highly skeptical of electric, you can start to see how these would actually work into people's lives. Don't be put off by the cost. There are some really good subsidies running at the moment and some good finance offers as well. So if you're interested, get on the phone, pop down and see us, come and have a demo, and we'll give you all the information that you need, and we'll answer any of the complicated questions that you might have about electric. That's it from me. Thanks very much for watching, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Take care.